Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what gifts that you have that can produce wealth. Something that you may be ignoring or just really not focused on, that is really the answer to giving you more prosperity and abundance. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Meditate here on the three piles and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This would be 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into your reading. Hello, beautiful group 1, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what gifts that you do have that can produce wealth. What is it? What talent that you may be overlooking? Something that is so simple that may be so easy that you feel like it is insignificant. I will channel the energies of Source and give you the message that you are meant to have so that you can gain more prosperity and abundance in your life. Take a moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. So I can clearly see here that your energy, it naturally attracts you here to the card representing the Six of Wands. And with the Six of Wands energy, let me point out that the wand energy, it represents those fire zodiac signs, okay? This is about creativity. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries in the sun, moon, or rising, the 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus. And those fiery zodiac signs could be present in the top placements of your birth chart or the birth chart of someone that is very significant here and in relation to your gifts and talents that are able to bring you wealth. With the Six of Wands, what I am picking up with this energy is that this is the energy of good news. This is the energy of victory. So there is something about the way that you speak, information that you do share. You are a very positive-minded person. And with you being very positive, that sets you up for having a high frequency and being in alignment with the law of attraction. So the way that you speak, you do love to share good news. So I'm picking up that, but just by you having that natural innate ability to share good news, to speak on victory, to talk about winning, that is something in the lines of creative communication. So with you just being able to do that, all you would have to do is just simply turn on your camera and get going on TikTok, your Instagram, any of your social media pages, because you have an audience that is specifically for you, that will be naturally drawn to you based on who you are. And there's nothing that you would have to try to do when it comes to expressing yourself in this way, because it's who you naturally are. But let's get more specifics and even more gifts, because I do believe that we are born with multiple gifts, and sometimes we don't know what they are because we have so many, or we have only been focused on one of them. Let's get more. So what do you have that could bring you wealth? What do you have that could bring you wealth? And you have here King. Look at the King energy. The King energy represents enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge, benefiting those who look up to you, those who follow you, those that inspire you. And this is a very strong confirmation with the message that Spirit just gave us with the Six of Wands energy, with you spreading good news and speaking life into others, liberating others with just you being you. So I am definitely picking up that you are meant to be in the spotlight here. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have that could bring you abundance? What do you have that could bring you wealth? And you have here the Lovers. Okay, so since the Lovers card did show up, this is really about, I feel like this could be, you speaking positively about, relationships, and the positive dynamics of relationships. For example, you could, a relationship, if you were to do a podcast or a video, a subject that does come to the inside here in your reading is how to know if this person really adores you. That would be a title, and you would speak positivity when it comes to loving relationships. Because yes, there are a lot of relationships where there videos where they talk about red flags and things going on bad in relationships, but I feel like you would put a super beautiful twist on highlighting the good things about loyalty in relationships, appreciation, deep affection, and connection. Those relationship goals. I feel like you could speak on this because you have experienced the opposite. So because you do know what it feels like to even be in platonic relationships as well as a romantic relationship where things didn't go the way you wanted them to go, you know how they should go. So you are definitely a person that could speak on this subject of lovers and relationship topics. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have that could bring you wealth? What do you have that could bring you wealth? And you have here Phantom Quartz, embrace change. So this is really about you stepping out of your comfort zone. You may have been just a bit too comfy and doing the same thing, over and over again. It's really about taking risk and stepping out of your comfort zone and going into the area that's totally uncomfortable, because on the other side of fear is success. And I am picking up that, yes, you have not really been sure about which way to go. And usually when you are like that, it's because you're overthinking it. Because success, prosperity, abundance is very simple. It's just sometimes you tend to overthink things. So what you have is the ability to go with the change. You are able to embrace change. There have been several challenging changes in your life that you did embrace, and you were able to overcome these challenges very creatively. So you must honor yourself and pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a hug. Acknowledge how good you have been doing, how far you have become. Praise yourself, okay? See that you are able to make the changes that are needed to create that wealth that you solely desire and deserve. Let's get more specifics. What do you have that can produce wealth? What do you have that can produce wealth? A gift, a talent? What do you have? You have here, it says, a philosopher's stone, powerful manifestation of wishes and goals. This is a clear indication that definitely the universe is on your side, conspiring in your favor, that you are a philosopher. You love philosophy. You do enjoy reading quotes that are definitely liberating, uplifting, and inspiring. I do feel like you do have the gift to write these particular quotes as well. But even if you don't write your own quotes, you can express the quotes that are really dear to your heart. You can express those and give a nice natural twist on those quotes that other people have came up with before you and inspire others in that way. So it's really about you starting, because you have the gift to write here, you have the gift to speak, and it's what you really have is what you're overlooking is this mindset of seeking prosperity and abundance. And that is really all you need, paired with action and belief, because action creates actuality. Okay, so, and when you pair belief plus movement, there it is, it manifests for you. And don't worry about how long things will take, who, what, when, where, or how. Just start creating, and create out of inspiration, not out of desperation. So the times that you are feeling, sad or feeling unsure, yes, you can start to write positive quotes to raise your vibration, to put you in this place of alignment with the source of the creator of the universe. You can put yourself in that alignment by thinking positive, okay? And you can write, or you can read, or you can listen to things that help you to evolve. Podcast, other people, your favorite people on your social media platforms that you do follow. It's very important. I can see here that it's something to do with philosophy. Even if you just say, for example, you start a YouTube channel and you talk about the great philosophers, you don't even have to put yourself on, if you want to. I see you being in the spotlight here and being on camera. But maybe you're just not ready to be on camera, but you can definitely speak in a podcast form and talk about your favorite quotes. You can put those up. But nevertheless, it's very encouraging for you to step out of your comfort zone, because with the Six of Wands and the King card showing up, this is about triumph, victory, and glory here that is surrounding your creative goals. Okay, but it's all about you embracing the change. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have that can produce wealth? What do you have that can produce wealth? And you have here the Three of Cups. Look at you and look at Spirit. This is such confirmation. The Three of Cups is about friendships, okay? It's about connecting with other people. It's about having support from people as well. It's about loving and devotion, loyalty, connection. The Three of Cups is about connecting with other people's emotions, because you feel, you are an empath and you feel very deeply, and you really want to connect with people in a warm and friendly way here. And specifically here with the Three of Cups, this is about a friendship. It's about celebrations and a circle of support. So Spirit did just give us that insight moments earlier about the lover's energy, and how you could talk about the positive things of like relationships, self-love, self-respect, self-assurance, unconditional love, just all the things that really are important to you. That's something that you do have that is very valuable, and that will allow you to reach people who are, not sure of what are of the right ways to go, and which ways how they should be connected, and the type of people they should connect with. You will give them that insight in a positive way, so that way their antenna, their receptive mode is open to receiving goodness. It's open to receiving loyalty, appreciation, and open to, noticing the things that could really help them to evolve in life. So this is really about teaching for you. I feel like you're definitely a teacher. You could also create an online course. You could also do something. It's definitely something to do with communication, writing, expressing yourself, and really because there's a big audience for you. There are people that would love to see you in this light. There's your own tribe that is really just waiting to connect with you, and that will bring you great fortune and fame. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you need to do in order to build wealth, to access wealth? What do you need to do, or what do you have to access wealth? What do you have? You have here Saturn, wisdom. Oh my goodness. With Saturn and the wisdom card showing up, let me just point out, this is definitely about discipline, because you do have that. You have discipline. You do understand structure. You do have a great sense of responsibility, and you do have ambition. So these are the spiritual, energetic energies that it takes to build wealth. And all you have to do is recognize those energies within yourself, align with them, push forward, don't look back, don't listen to the haters, the naysayers, and the doubters. See, that's one thing you really have to understand, is that once you get in a direction of going towards your dreams and building a life that you can see, you can't tell everyone your plans, because you will run into a few people that are, not in alignment with what you believe or see, and they will not be able to envision what you want. So a lot of times this is really about doing things, in a way where people will naturally see you, especially people who are close to you, that you feel like if they say something, it could affect you. Just don't tell these people. Trust me on this. Keep it to yourself. So this is also about difficulty and restraint. You're very strong. You're able to get out of difficult situations, as I did mention earlier in your reading about challenges you have had to face. It's also about grounding. And because Saturn, it rules over the zodiac sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn is very significant in your birth chart or a person's birth chart. That is definitely plays a very important role here when it comes to your gifts, your talents, and your wealth building. Saturn, wealth building, accessing wealth is about discipline. You have to be committed, and it's about challenges as well. So that's why I do love the fact that Saturn did show up, because also Capricorn represents the boss. Capricorn is the boss, and Capricorn is about, a realism, being mature, because you're very mature here. You have a way of structuring your time. You're very responsible as well. So with this energy that you do have with being responsible, you're just encouraged here to take those disciplinary energies that you're blessed with, understanding time, responsibility. You have a natural ambition, and pair that with something that you are interested in, and move on it and do not stop. It's like going into a focused tunnel of creativity where you don't see anyone on the left or the right or behind you. All you see is what's in front of you, and that is a glorious destination filled with everything that you could possibly envision, whether it be a loyalty of relationships, platonic or romantic, beautiful material possessions, a home, cars, able to travel and just do whatever it is you want to do in your life. So you have to put yourself in this mindset. And it's like, I do feel that you're driven. It's just that you really need to embrace change. And sometimes change does involve letting other people go and moving in the direction of self. And that requires you being selfless. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you need to do in order to build wealth? What do you need to do? in order to build wealth. I am going to pull another card for you just to see what we have here. I want to pull from a different deck. And it's because this deck is just calling out to me that it must be done. And this is not a deck that I previously planned to pull from. So I want to pull from this because I want to get just a little bit more clarity here of what you need to do to build wealth. What do you have to be around you right now to build wealth? What do you have? Look at this. The queen, the moon. You have the king and the queen in your reading. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Spirit. So this is a very strong confirmation. This is rare for the king and the queen to show up in a reading together. Very rare. Two different decks. I do want to point out that the queen is ruled by the moon, and the moon rules over the zodiac sign of Cancer. Okay, and so this is about you being an empowered feminine leader. And did Spirit just give us that insight at the start of your reading, in the middle, and even towards the end here? Thank you, Spirit, for that wonderful confirmation of how you're a lover, okay? And you're meant to really be regal, you know, to really be regal, as seen here in the king energy as well. And because you have natural compassion. You're very intuitive as well. So you really understand the nature of people. You know what they really want. And again, this represents responsibility. You're an administrator and you're very knowledgeable and trustworthy. And things that you do not know, you do not mind researching to find out the answer. So this is where that discipline comes in. This is where the knowledge that you have naturally to seek out whatever it is that you are trying to find an answer to. This is where the power, the queen, is very powerful, and you're very loyal as well to your followers, to the people that you feel a sense of responsibility to. So you have that gift of loyalty, intuition, responsibility, trustworthiness, and compassion, and of course, love. So group one, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group 2, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what gifts or talents that you have that can help to produce wealth. What is it that you may be ignoring that could really bring in lots of prosperity and abundance into your life? I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. So I can clearly see here that your energy, you are naturally attracted to the card that represents the Knight of Swords. And with the Knight of Swords energy, this is air energy, communication energy. It represents the intellect as well. And the Swords energy represents those air zodiac signs: Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. In your sun, moon, or rising, 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus, or these air signs are very significant in the birth chart of someone that is going to be quite, plays an important part on your wealth building, or your yearning to be wealthier, to be better. Specifically here with the Knight of Swords energy, let me point out What I'm picking up here is that this is about what you have is the ability to speak. The way that you talk is a gift. The way that you express yourself. I'm speaking about lifestyles as well here, like the way you understand different lifestyles. You can speak on, a lifestyle change and helping others to, evolve in their life. So it's really about communication. It's also about, highs and lows. You understand the highs in life, the lows in life. You understand about tensions and also about conflict. So you can actually express things that you have experienced in order to help others, just avoid certain roadblocks. So this is really like when it comes to like I'm picking up. It could go either way. This could go as far as like speaking about relationships as well as like business, things like that, or just life experiences in general. Something definitely to do with communication and understanding the challenges in life. You have a lot of knowledge in this department. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have that could help you build wealth? What do you have that could help you build wealth? And you have here, gambler. So with the gambler energy, this is about the willingness to follow your intuition even when others doubt you. So taking risks, taking chances, that's something you're really good at. But it's really about, in order to build wealth, it's about you taking structured chances and risk, focusing on something in specific and allowing yourself to fully be expressive with something that is very creative with you and doing it every day, no matter what other people think or say. Okay, it's really about you doing this on a consistent basis. Let's get more insight. I feel like that just to point out what I'm picking up is that, maybe when you were younger, you were around maybe a group of people, that really didn't see life the way you saw it. You always wanted something better. Even from the time you were a small child, you wanted to be better. You wanted to either be an actor or be into music, or maybe not specifically famous, but that you always yearned to be great at something. But there were people that were around you that didn't have the same insight. These people were saying, maybe you should get a job. You didn't have the support that, that you thought you should have. And that's okay, because that is what made you a risk taker. That was a part of your life purpose, to experience the haters, the doubters, and the naysayers, because it made you very strong. That conflict helped to build the character that you do have today. Let's get more insight. What do you have that can build wealth? And you have here the Five of Cups. Look at this. So with the Five of Cups showing up, this is about emotions. And this is literally in correlation with the energy that Spirit just gave us. Like, you know how it feels to be alone. You know how it feels to feel like abandoned or unloved or not appreciated. And because you did feel that, you can offer love and unconditional love, insight to other people. I feel like you could be a great life coach or an author, or even like have your own school of some sort, a teacher, and just really liberating others so that others would feel loved and appreciated. The cup energy is water sign energy. So you're looking at Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces in the placement of either your birth chart or the birth chart of someone that made you feel this sadness here growing up that challenged your emotions in this way. Thank you, Spirit. But it's okay because that is why you want to love. That is why you see love as one of the most important things here in the universe. So let's get more insight. And just by you understanding that, that is how you build wealth, because you build your life around love, the theme of love. Okay, let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have that could build wealth? What do you have? You have amethyst. Trust your intuition. Look at intuition showing up twice here in your reading already. Trust your intuition. It showed up here with the gambler. And it says you have the willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. That's in the gambler energy. And with the amethyst crystal, this is about you trusting your intuition. Trusting the fact that others will see and recognize the value that you have to give to them. Put yourself out into the forefront. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need money at all. With the free, access to social media, all you have to do is get started and trust that, other people do want to connect with you and they need to hear what it is you have to say. Whether you are writing, whether you are singing, whether you are playing music, whatever way that you need to get this message out to people, that is what is going to connect you with wealth. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have that can help you build wealth? And you have here, happy love. And we just said love. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. A joyful, stable partnership and good friends. See, this is what you're about. This is what your soul, your spirit truly desires. And you already are this. So now you must talk about it. You must express it. Write about it. Maybe there's a book or something you want to write. A coaching class about, happy love, having love, self-love, self-assurance, self-respect, appreciation, strength, it's, partnerships and relationships, good friends. This is connected to you building wealth. You feeling this vibration of happy love, first feeling that and feeling that on a regular basis, because you know that this is you. You know that this is what you deserve. You have raised your frequency to this value here associated with a joyful, stable partnership and good friends. And you can visualize that and you can feel that. You will naturally create the valuable product that people cannot get enough of. You don't even have to think hard. Like, what should I write? What should I do? It lies in the frequency of you feeling this energy here. So I know there were some challenging times in your childhood, as seen here with the Five of Cups energy, where you did not feel, you felt abandoned or unloved. There was always this feeling of loss or something that you did have to deal with. So the Spirit is encouraging you to forgive anyone that did, do anything to you in your childhood or said something, and even forgive yourself, because a lot of times you thought that maybe you should have saw something or you could have done something different, and you could not. You could not have, because you only know what you know at the time you know it, if that makes sense. And when you know better, you naturally do better. So forgive this energy here with this Five of Cups energy. Let go of that grief, because it is when you feel light and free that the creative ideas naturally flow that are connected to you building wealth. So let's get more insight. What do you have that could help you build wealth? What do you have that can help you build wealth? And you have here the Queen of Coins. So you know I love the Queen of Coins showing up because this topic is about you building wealth. And that's exactly what this Queen of Coins represents. So this is a clear message from Spirit that yes, you are in the vortex for having wealth. Lots of material abundance because you are a very resourceful person and you take care of the home. Okay, so the Queen of Wands represents resources. So because you are very resourceful, that nature of figuring out ways to do whatever it is you need to do, you are the queen of resources. It doesn't matter about what you have, you are able to get it because of your focus here. And because you do take care of home. The Queen of Coins represents domestic duty, something about the home. So it's something about the home that could help you build wealth. And maybe you're into real estate or want to get into real estate or even like create a home cleaning company or a home design company, but it has something to do with the physicality of the home that you are gifted with, even design as well. Let's get more insight. What do you have that can help you build wealth? What do you have already that can help you build wealth? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here a trine, a flow. Now you know what you have that's very powerful. With the trine and flow card showing up, let me point out that the trine is an aspect between planets in a birth chart. For example, you could have the planet Venus in trine with the planet Mercury, and that is a harmonious aspect. That is a beautiful aspect. So what you do have in your favor is your energy, your harmonious energy, how you're able to harmonize with those around you. You aid and you enrich people that you come in contact with, even those that are around you. You will give people good information to help them out. And so in that way, the universe is always giving something valuable back to you. And also here, it's about ease. It's about ease. It's about gifts. The trine flow also represents how you are able to indulge. It's about rhyming too, rhymes. So you could be very gifted at writing lyrics or poetry or something to do with rhyming, something to do with music, even something that has to do with like a children's project of like writing a book of rhymes or writing music about rhymes. That could build wealth for you and bring wealth to you. Thank you, Spirit. I do want to point out that anytime the trine card shows up in a tarot card reading, this is a very harmonious aspect for you. You have happy love and the trine here, as well as the Queen of Coins, trusting your intuition on the gifts that you are given freely by source energy. Thank you, Spirit. So let's get more insight. What do you have that could build wealth? And you have here the communicator, Mercury. So with the communicator showing up, I am not surprised because Spirit is always confirming the energy here in the readings. So with the communicator, the energy of Mercury, the way that you communicate, communication represents writing books. It represents verbal communication as well. It represents your outspoken nature. It represents how flexible you are with your topics and things that you speak upon. These ideas, being very friendly, that friendly nature that you do have, can help build wealth for you. You're very intelligent as well as open-minded. So And again, very intuitive. I see Mercury represents intuition. So you have three intuitive cards that did show up. The communicator, Mercury, planet Mercury, as well as the amethyst, trust your intuition. And again, the gambler, where mentioned your intuition. That's three cards representing intuition. So I'm going to say that's a synchronicity 333. And maybe you've been seeing that synchronistic number for quite a while now. But at the end of your reading, take a time out to look up 333 because the spirit guides have another message for you. So because also you are very psychological, meaning you think, you think a lot, and you are very articulate. So the way that you use your words, and you know that words have power. So the way that you speak, you have the ability to write. Anything to do with communication, putting yourself out where people could hear you, they could read words that you write, anything to do with expressing yourself, anything to do with beauty as well, with the home, and also keeping a very happy vibration of love, harmonious energy, being very playful, speaking on joyful partnerships and surrounding yourself with good friends. So group 2, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group 3, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on what do you have that could build wealth? What gift, what talent, what could be around you that could be so simple that you could be overlooking, that could bring you more prosperity and abundance. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. So I can clearly see here that your energy naturally attracts you here to the card representing the Knight of Pentacles. And with the Knight of Pentacles energy, let me just point out the Pentacle energy is physical earth energy, earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo in the sun, moon, or rising, the 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus in your birth chart or the birth chart. That is very significant with someone associated with you building wealth. I do want to point out that the Knight of Pentacle energy is about prosperity, benefits, and investment. So with this energy, Knight of Pentacles, what you can do is really, it's an energy, it's energetic, it's about patience, okay? As seen here in the Knight of Pentacles. It's about being very reliable with yourself, showing up for yourself. And that simply means completing goals that you do start. It's also about hard work as well. So sometimes you have not been holding yourself accountable. So it's really about accountability here with the Knight of Pentacles, investing in yourself, putting yourself first. So writing down a plan, writing down a visualization report of what it is that you see yourself having when it comes to your finances. And of course, it could be $1 billion because $1 billion and $1 is no difference to the universe because you can have whatever it is that you desire. And so it's very important to see yourself as wealthy, okay? And to see yourself as prosperous first off. So it's that energy, it's the spiritual connection between the law of prosperity and the creator and abundance of the universe. You must feel wealthy in order to be wealthy. Let's get more insight. What do you have that could build wealth? What do you have? Thank you, Spirit. So I do want to point out, let me just point out, you do have the ability to work hard, but here it's really about changing that hard energy to a focused energy and staying with your goals. Let's get more. Thank you, Spirit. Avenger. So with the Avenger energy, this is about you having the desire to balance the scale of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or yourself. So this has something to do with law. This has something to do with fairness and speaking up for other people in fairness. So this could be something to do with writing about the fairness and equality of others as well. The Avenger energy is Libra energy. So Libra could definitely be in the top placements of your birth chart or the birth chart of someone that is connected with your wealth and the Avengers energy. So it could be something to do with being a lawyer, as well as a judge or something like that, or even owning owning a business that helps to, create a balance for human rights, or even a charity, some sort of society. But let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have that could help build wealth? What do you have? Thank you, Spirit. I love this Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords showing up, this is straight communication. How you're able to communicate here. Swords energy represents those air sign energies. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra in the top placements of the birth chart that I did mention earlier. The Queen of Swords energy is how you are able to communicate. And you are a very, very self-sufficient person, okay? And you are very honest. So because you're honest, people will listen to you because your honesty is what will bring value to any situation. You've heard it before that honesty is the best policy, and that is definitely associated with the rich, the billionaires. You must know that people find value in honest people. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What can you do to build wealth? Healing. The healing of the mind, body, and soul. True healing of the mind, body, and soul. So this has something to do with the healing arts. So you have a gift to understand the body, the mind, and the soul. So it could be something to do with meditation, writing healing books, helping others to see the greatness within themselves, to align with their true greatness, healing the spirit, healing the heart. And I love the healing card coming out, especially with the Avenger card, with the righteousness on behalf of society or yourself. You want things to be right, and this is what will associate you with wealth building. So you could write books, you could speak. Your speaking could turn into you writing books, but it's very important that you understand that true healing is when you do speak up and you speak the truth. So continue to speak the truth. I love how the healing card did lay naturally under the Queen of Swords, which speaks the truth. And the Queen of Swords is self-sufficient. So because you are self-sufficient, you are able to take care of yourself. That is a very great correlation between building wealth and healing and being whole, mind, body, and soul. Let's get more insight. What could you do to build wealth? What do you have right now to build wealth? And you have here the administrator, Saturn. Saturn is the planet of discipline. And so Spirit gave us that insight earlier of how you walk with a foot in both the earthly and the spiritual worlds. And that's because that spiritual energy is about the soul, and then you have the mind and the body. So Spirit gave us that insight seconds earlier, and I am so grateful for this confirmation here. This is about you leading, you being a leader here, structure, discipline here, and self-confidence. So you already have self-confidence. So creatively, you will take your self-confidence, the way that you do speak the truth, and your healing knowledge, and pair it with action. And that is what is going to allow you to align with the lifestyle that you are seeking to have financially. You know, that reliability. You have patience. I love this about you. You do have patience. You're very grounded here. I do love how the administrator, the planet Saturn, laid naturally under the Knight of Pentacles, because that pentacle energy is earth sign energy. And earth sign, Saturn rules over that sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn is very significant here in your reading. You're very practical as well, and very purposeful. Very strategic. So take that strategic energy and focus it on something that you are interested in, and stay there with it. Stay disciplined and organized and very assertive. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get more insight. What do you have that could build wealth? And you have here the Hermit. I love the Hermit card showing up because, as you know, the top most wealthiest people in the world are hermits. They stay to themselves. They create in silence. So what they create behind the scenes, the world benefits from. Okay? So if you have the creator, or the guy that brought the cell phone to the forefront, Steve Jobs, he was a hermit. Although he ran a company that would eventually change the lives of billions of people with a cell phone, this was a hermit. Also, you're looking at Mark Zuckerberg. He runs Facebook. This guy is a hermit. He loves solitude. Elon Musk, Thomas Edison. A lot of the most famous, wealthiest people in the world are people that do and can appreciate going into solitude. This is the reason. It's because it helps to illuminate, you know, their spirituality. It's because they go in for clarity, you know, and it's a quest for personal truth. And so this is what you have. So this is a gift to be this hermit energy. So don't feel guilty when people are saying, hey, you don't come out, you don't party, you don't do this, you don't do that. Well, it's because you're different. It's because you're going to be at the top 1% of humanity, a change maker, and someone that does build wealth and build a legacy for your family. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have that can help build wealth? That can build wealth. What do you have? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the Angel Aura Quartz. And with the Angel Aura Quartz card showing up, this crystal is about lighten up. So because you do have the ability to be positive, to have a positive mindset through challenging times, being positive is one of the highest frequencies in the universe. God, the source, divine intelligence is positive. And when you are radiating on a frequency of positivity, you are in pure alignment with the God within. And when you are positive, there is a clear pathway for you to source those creative ideas from the universe, which in turn into wealth. So, because you are positive by nature, that is a gift given to you, something that you are born with. But you are encouraged to know that that's a gift and stay there. So don't risk your frequency by tuning into things, people, places, or things, or even media that makes you depressed, because you are risking your vibration. And it's very important to keep your vibration high, because with a high vibration, you attract things a lot faster. Things come to you a lot easier. You will build wealth with things that feel like play, things that feel like you're just having fun. Yes, with the administrator Saturn here, there has to be structure and discipline, but for you, structure and discipline will seem like fun, especially when your mindset is positive. So group 3, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.